Hello and welcome to Dota Analysis. This is a show that I'm going to make sometimes here and there of matches of Dota that I played a day prior to the one that I'm recording, and I will be analyzing everything that happened in the match, the mistakes of me personally, because I know I make lots of mistakes, I'm not that good at Dota, as well as the mistakes of the enemy team, as well as the mistakes of my team, of course. This is a match that I played together with two friends, Shy Guy and Guy Ninja Cat. You can see them on the side of the Dire team. I am on the 5th, and we're waiting now for the selection in Single Draft. Single Draft, if you don't know, is a game mode where you essentially... Whoa, that was violently fast. But yeah, Single Draft is basically a selection of 3 heroes, 1 agility, 1 strength, 1 intelligence. And it doesn't matter if they're carry or if they are support or if they're gankers or if they're initiators. That's random. It just gets one of each category, of major category essentially, and that's it. I never saw that there was this shield here. Fancy. Anyway, I went with Treant Protector, pretty straightforward. I went with Treant Protector because I had the 3 heroes of selection were Lashrak for intelligence. There was Phantom Assassin for agility, which is a carry, as well as Treant Protector, which is again a support for strength, I believe. Yes, indeed. And since we had a jungler, which is my friend Guy Ninja Cat, and as nature's prophet, I knew that there would be only one support needed, and since everybody else essentially went with carries, we could argue that that Outworld Devourer here is a carry, and it is a carry. It is quite a carry. Oh yeah, here we went with a bit of silly talks, but no replies were given by the enemy team, I suppose. I believe, at least, until late game when they GG'd us.
The battle begins.
Not that I'm saying that we are winning or anything, but you'll see. But yeah, we're quite preoccupied that we're going to lose. Because, you know, Timbersaw against trees, oh no. It's worth noting that Outworld Devourer is one of those things that are considered super OP, and the moment my friend Shy Guy noticed that he had a pick as Outworld Devourer, he was like, okay, let's go with it, I guess. So yeah, that was really happy. So I'm the only support. I bought the courier, I didn't have enough money for wards, so I couldn't ward. There was no wards the whole match, I believe, so go figure. In our lane we have, interestingly enough, Ricky and a auto-attacking axe. Auto-attacking axe with the biggest hammer I've seen in my life. That's arguably a hammer, that could be an axe as far as I know. But yeah, they're auto-attacking and they're pushing their creep line quite a bit for being early in game. They also try to harass a bit my carry, Bristleback. Which is a very resistant carry, by the way. Especially thanks to his Bristleback passive ability, which makes him, like, you know, stronger on his back. Whereas I have Living Armor. What Living Armor does is essentially makes you immune to physical attacks for a total number of damage. You see there, they almost got him. But as Ricky here teleported on him, he had Living Armor and he was unharmed from it. So essentially the Ricky Blink Strike just didn't work. It didn't work on Bristleback. So yes, essentially with my Living Armor, which is the complete bullshit ability of most supports out there, most actual defensive supports, he was able to resist most attacks. Interestingly enough, Living Armor is one of those abilities that cost almost no mana, have a super tiny cooldown, and are super useful. On top of everything, not only you can cast it on heroes, you can cast it even on buildings. Healing buildings, yeah. So that's actually good. I'm not by any stretch good by Treant Protector, the weakness being that he's quite a slow attacker. Here again, they try to get some damage done on Bristleback, but I keep on healing and healing. But let's change camera here. I know that Outworld Devourer had, well, apparently Weaver here. Had Weaver, yes, of course, Weaver is a middle hero. Apparently Weaver also loves to auto-attack. I don't know what kind of enemies we got, but apparently they just love to auto-attack a lot. So Auto Devourer is always checking for runes. Sadly I couldn't aid him with wards. Oh, and there was first blood. So what happened essentially is that they both went on Bristleback. Bristleback turned their back on him. And with the Bristleback passive ability, he got 250 damage in the rear and he released a Quill Spray of his current level, which was level 1. It did some damage and that damage was enough to kill some of them. Now you can see that they're still going on him and I keep on giving Living Armor. Apparently Living Armor absorbed damage and it still counts as damage for activating Bristleback ability. So that happened. Essentially, you can activate your Bristleback passive of Quill Spray with Living Armor on. So essentially, you get unharmed, whereas other people get harmed. It's quite tricky to understand, but let's just say that it's not very fair with these two combinations of heroes. Bristleback is already a very hard to kill hero. In conjunction with Treant Protector's Living Armor, he becomes even harder. So what else we have in our team? Outworld Devourer, we know, is a very intelligence-centered hero. It's essentially all about intelligence. The more intelligence and mana you have, the better you are. You cannot really go that wrong with the hero. I just don't understand his abilities fully because I never bored to read, but I know what they do more or less. I played a couple of matches against bots with it. Here's my little Snowl, which I should be upgrading any time now. I believe I bought boots first or something like that. Or headdress, I don't remember. Yeah, headdress I definitely bought early game. Then we have Nature's Prophet, which is a jungler, apparently one of the best, if not the best jungler in the game. It's very heavily reliant on jungling, and he can teleport around like crazy, as you can see right over there. He teleported straight into base with his teleportation ability. He can teleport... Yeah, that happened. So apparently, both Riki and Axe are very excited about attacking us constantly, not knowing that they just can't get us. We're just too strong for them. And they kept us feeding. Right now, 4 kills out of 4 were caused just in this lane, my lane. So Nature's Prophet, he can teleport around, he can make Treant friends, he can do this Sprout, which is basically a barrier of trees around him, which makes him unharmable, or rather, not unharmable, but rather unharmable, as well as can block people from entering. Or exiting, rather. I don't even know how to... I've never actually played Nature's Prophet, so don't even ask me. I know that his ultimate is a global that does lots of damage. Not lots, but still a moderate amount of damage. It's quite nice. Here they're trying to get Weaver, as you can see, but I don't think they succeed now. Whereas on top lane we have Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is pretty much a straightforward hero. It has an arrow autocast ability. It has a silence, which is really good, 6-second silence. And it has 2 passives, an aura, which affects all players on the map, actually. It's a global aura, I believe. As well as marksmanship, which increases the agility of the Drow by a staggering amount. Keeping in mind that Drow doesn't get a lot of agility per level, despite being an agility hero. So that really helps her a lot. Now, Drow is one of the easiest to learn heroes, but for some reasons, when you're surrounded by new players, they will just hate silence. Silence is really good, you should use silence. Be aware that silence can help a battle a lot. It's an area of effect silence too, so it helps even much more that way. So he got double damage and he'll probably try to do something pesky on Weaver, but he cannot succeed really quickly. But Weaver is very low on mana, something that he probably can expect if he constantly keeps on casting Astral Imprisonment on him. That's something still debatable. But yeah, essentially, Drow Ranger should rely more heavily on silence. Any player should. Interesting choice is that she or he, the player, went with Gloves of Haste after Boots of Speed, so he or she is buying power treads, obviously, but I've been told a couple of times now that it's not optimal. You want to go with the belt of strength because it gives you a lot of health. What, 19 health per 1 strength? The belt gives 6 strength. So it's quite a lot of strength. Now I'd like to explain our lane a bit. Riki is also known as a bullshit hero if you want, because his ultimate is a passive called permanent invisibility. After a certain delay, he can turn invisible. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that happened. That happened. Essentially, my second ability, my W, is Leech Seed, which is a slow damaging ability as well as a slowing ability. So it's really good overall. It's a very nice ability. You can get kills quite easily if you're supported by a good carry, just like Bristleback is. And now my choice of the lane. I didn't know what I was thinking with the choice of the lane. I just thought it. Oh, that happened too. And yeah, I remembered that that he had. Oh my god, I'm looking always at the wrong side of the. But yeah, we killed Axe there. Riki returns to us. I remember that he was complaining about how close that battle was, and I was like, dude, why didn't you call for a living armor? It's a global. Yeah, you can. I mean, global. It doesn't affect everybody. But you can cast it everywhere on the map, so that's a thing. And our lane is... Why did I pick our lane? I didn't know why. I just wanted to go with Bristleback. I thought that I would be much more useful again with Bristleback and let the Drow get some easy farming here. Not easy because she's going against 2 heroes, Crystal Maiden support, I suppose, as well as a Timber Saw, which is a carry. You can see that she's getting some harass there, but it's not that bad. Drow still manages, despite us being the same level as her, and we are 2. But then again, we killed a lot. We killed a lot. So what is the deal with Riki? Permanent invisibility makes him invisible, making him a hard target. So I decided to go with Sentry Wards. Sentry Wards are essentially reveal invisible targets in an area. These targets, why can't I close this? Usually I can close this, but anyway. Invisible, usually, there you go, see, he has his ultimate, he's invisible to us, we cannot see him, but his ability here can reveal him. I mean, can damage him, his Quill Spray ability, so that's a good thing. And we go here on Axe, and we got him quite easily. Riki just keeps out, because apparently he knows that he's no match for us, essentially. So, at one point here I should be checking for Riki's level, and I notice, hey, he's level 6, I should probably be placing my Sentry Ward here. And I placed it straight in the middle of the road here, which I don't know if it's optimal. I know that many people actually know hiding places for wards, like, I don't know, here in between the trees. It's harder to find them if they have some dust of appearance and stuff. You can see that we saw him there, and he was like, oh, nope. So he went outside of the view and cast his smoke screen for some reason, but yeah. Sentry Ward, I have a mythical ward, Ogre's Guardian. Kind of remarkably, it fits the role of Treant Protector. Treant, the ward was made after Treant Protector, so that's kind of cool. And we were pushing now the tower quite a bit. I should have Living Armored him quite a bit earlier, because with Living Armor you can tank a tower. And we will go with Shy Guy, our Outworld Devourer, coming in to help push this lane quite hard. And I believe we're going to push it quite hard. At the same time, Weaver is attacking middle, as to be expected really. There is the ultimate from... There's the ultimate from Nature's Prophet, who is coming here to intervene. I should have Living Armored the tower here at this point, as Nature's Prophet was here, but apparently I didn't do it. I don't know why. I definitely should have, as well as I should have placed this ward much better position. That was silly of me. For some reason I was becoming cocky after seeing the results 0-9, you know. I was like, oh, that's totally one-sided. I'm sure that, you know, just as Drow dies, I'm sure that nothing can possibly go wrong, right? But you never know. In these matches, you never know. It's Dota, and that never underestimate your opponent. And I just did that. really did that. And here you see that Ricky's on top with Axe as well as Timbersaw. They're killing the creeps, but they're not defending. They're not defending their bottom tower. They're like considering bottom lane as lost already. Well, I wouldn't put it any other way actually, because let's be honest, we're here in Free Heroes. Someone can sell the teleportation. I believe it was Bristleback. He was like, nope, 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 I'm not going there. And he was clever actually. I feel like if he came in here, Outworld Devourer would just astral imprison him, then we would get a nice round. Interestingly enough, that invisibility from the Shukuchi from Weaver didn't do any damage to me, so I couldn't notice anything. Now, what was I doing again? I don't even know. I think, yes, I was healing Guy the Ninja Cat who was getting tricked by Mr. Ricky here. Nothing too serious. Then I'm here to... I don't even know what I was thinking. I think I was trying to save Bristleback here. He was trying to save me too at the same time. A bit of a naive choice, if you ask me. I tried to save him, I failed to save him. I tried to save myself with my Q, which is an invisibility close to trees, but through Axe's ultimate, I die. So that was quite a pesky situation. They kind of got us alright. So yeah, Axe used his ultimate, his Culling Blade. Not to be confused with the Quelling Blade, which is a bit different. And the Culling Blade killed me, because it's quite... yeah, it does a lot of damage really fast, so yeah, it's essentially quite a tricky thing. It's also worth noting that I had about 2000 gold at that point. I didn't know what the hell I was thinking. I was like, I should like buy arcane boots as soon as possible. But I didn't. For some reason, for some really silly reason, I never did. I don't know what. I mean, I never did. I did at one point, but you'll see when. Here we have Crystal Maiden. I have no clue that Ricky was there. None of us did. I was just diving in there alone. It was really stupid. I slowed him and damaged him. And now Bristleback is running in with living armor on. Here Nature's Prophet gets us around on our poor Axe, and Axe dies quite easily. Bristleback is chasing Crystal Maiden. Chasing her. Crystal Maiden with only 305 speed due to her Tranquil Boots being disabled after a total number of attacks, and she could do nothing at all there. She just died. Nature's Prophet wanted to chase into the lane. I don't know why. I don't think he knew Ricky was around. We didn't have a jam at that point. Definitely not. I feel like he just wanted to push this tower early, but... and we were trying to. You'll see. So, that middle tower has fallen. I was just about to cast Living Armor on it, and I was like, oh. It's a sad thing, because Living Armor can sustain that tower long enough for it to... well, not just survive, but just to let you deny it. Denying towers is a good thing. It's a good idea, usually. Guy the Ninja Cat dies really rapidly there. I get surrounded with a lot of things, and I die there too, again. And I lose again some stupid, silly money. You can see here Outworld Devourer actually imprisoned the Crystal Maiden, which was channeling her ultimate, and she had no way to go there. But yeah, they were quite low on health, so they had to retreat. We lost to Nature's Prophet, and we died. So that wasn't too optimal, but what can you do about it, I guess? We managed in the end. We survived, more or less. By the way, don't even look at this timer here. It doesn't mean anything, you know. No, nothing at all. Neither the result. Trust me, it doesn't mean anything. I'm trying to keep things safe. And there I'm back. I buy some TP scrolls. Apparently I'm the only one in the friggin' team who buys TP scrolls for some reason. I teleport to top since I noticed that there was Axe. And since also Nature's Prophet was around, but Nature's Prophet told me we were having a Skype call. He told me, just as I was going back to farm, I believe, or something like that. I buy finally my arcane boots, which are really nice. I put them on the second slot so that I can trigger them a bit faster. And Well, I don't buy a lot else. You can see that I bought a buckler, so I have 2 out of 3 parts to my mechanism that is an area of effect heal, which is really nice. Here we try to get axe. I slow him. He surrounds him with his 3 friends. He liberates himself. I don't know how to do that, but you can liberate yourself. He's starting to run away. I think he actually manages to get away thanks to Crystal Maiden's invaluable support here, actually. And here is Riki. Here is Riki happens, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just going to go. Slowly, I'm going very slowly. Crystal Maiden, yeah, should get her Crystal Nova on me and slows me down, but no, Riki simply could not take me. And it was really quick, it was really a quick slaughter there. Mostly because he had a Gem of True Sight, so he knew where Riki was. I didn't know. I simply didn't know. So yeah, here is this 1v1 battle if you want. Weaver against Drow. Weaver thought for sure that she got Drow. Then I noticed Drow's situation and was like, living armor, and Weaver died. Now, you just cannot really one-on-one someone as Drow with living armor on. It just doesn't happen. And yeah, that happened. Weaver died. Weaver being one of those heroes that is hard to kill, actually. Interesting choice for Weaver items. Ring of Aquila. I guess not really interesting. Very agility-based, I guess, and damage-based. Shy Guy is dominating. Nothing to worry about. You know, Outworld Devourer just dominates the scene, usually, with his Q autocast spell, which does a heck ton of damage. And together with his passive, the Essence Aura, he doesn't even use that much mana. He more or less heals mana better than nothing. See, again, Riki makes the mistake of the thought that he wasn't being seen there. But he made a mistake because we did see him. We did see him earlier. I don't know how he didn't notice, but we noticed him earlier. So he could have suspected that there was a gem used, you know? I don't think that he could have thought that I put a sentry up there just in case to find him and kill him. I really doubt it. And here we're transiting middle, I believe, slowly, because I noticed that there was a couple of people middle. But in the end, we just went back in here. I think we're gonna get Riki again or something like that. I'm not sure. We get this tower for sure. We just have the superior numbers here at this point, and Drow barely manages to survive that. I should be putting living armor on her anytime now. There we go. And we know Riki's here. We know Riki's here. Someone spotted him and said, hey, let's stay up here. There was Riki. There was definitely Riki. And I was like, I don't know. And then they find him. And Riki is a dead Riki. I don't know why he was hanging around. Apparently he just didn't spot that some of us had the gem. At that point, I believe that he won't be attempting anything silly anymore. So yeah, I finally have my mechanism recipe, and I believe that's the items I will have at the end. I got 4-stuffed by someone, I believe, yes. Outworld Devourer 4-stuffed me straightforward. I don't know why it was that, but yeah. At least I was able to put a slow on, or rather, I could have put my slow on. And we're pushing a tier 2 tower of top lane. You can see here that Timbersaw really used his ultimate a lot, which burns a lot of mana too. He had a lot of mana. Arcane Boots, Magic Stick. I guess that all aided him in the quest. I wonder if actually the abilities from Bristleback count as charges for the Magic Stick. If they do, then a Magic Stick in a lane with Bristleback is almost needed. Almost a guaranteed need. And here we go with the ultimate from Outworld Devourer. It just destroys everything, kills everybody, hurts everybody, nobody can escape. You see, the Outworld Devourer is a scary monster. Essentially does a heck ton of damage really fast. But he's actually quite squishy, so if he's blocked early game, he won't be that useful at all. But if he gets to a high level like he is right now, this is a mid-high level actually, Then, you see, we don't even care about the shuriken or whatever it's called. Chakram, yeah, chakram, not shuriken. Why I was calling it shuriken, I don't know. But yeah, we just didn't care about this chakram anymore. We were like, you know, it doesn't do that much damage. We're not threatened by him by any stretch. And we kill both Weaver as well as Timbersaw here. And Ricky goes. And their top barracks is gone. I think I was trying to convince people to transit somehow to the middle barrack now. But as we were trying to, you'll notice what happens here. You might notice if you check the minimap. We try to assault this, but target invulnerable, target invulnerable. Oh wait, yeah, that was still there. So yeah, let's transit back to tier 2. I just don't know why I didn't notice that earlier, so... I think he noticed it first. Guy the Ninja Cat, Nature's Prophet, noticed it first because he cast his Treant for destroying this tower, but nothing was happening, so yeah. So what items do we have? She has a Shadow Blade, 2 Slippers of Agility. Don't know why she didn't go with 2 Wraith's Bands, which are natural, actually, improvement to Slippers of Agility. He has, of course, Intelligence items, Power Tread set on Intelligence, Force Staff, which gives intelligence, Ultimate Orb, which gives intelligence, Mystic Staff, which gives a lot of intelligence. I pretty much am sure that I'm stopping the game like this. And then he has a Vanguard, which makes him even tankier. A Ring of Basilius, which also makes him slightly tankier with that free armor bonus. Arcane Boots for bonus mana to spam his abilities. Essentially, Bristleback is all about spamming his abilities and fitting his ultimate as best as he can. And at this point, it was pretty damn GG, as you can notice. 2 minutes before ending it, we're destroying the 3rd tier 3 tower. We're going to smash this barracks really quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They actually had a courier, yes they did. It was a cute courier too. I like this courier. It was by Timbersaw. I think Timbersaw was one of the few that knew more or less what he was doing, but we just were too fed too early. They just couldn't do anything. And here is the GG, the proverbial GG. It was a good game, yes, for us mostly. For them it was more like a massacre, one-sided massacre, sadly. Here for some reason now Outworld Devourer gets in, they start killing people in their fountain, and I was like, dude, seriously, they called GG, let's just be done with it. I don't like farming at the fountain for bonus statistics, really. I mean, okay, I went on that one simply because he went out, and he was like, and I was like, then don't kill the courier, he's cute. But yeah, I don't know why I was standing still there for some reason, but I called GG. Shy Guy, Outworld Devourer calls GG. Drow Ranger questions the GG. But yeah, it was quite a one-sided stomp if you want. And here is the final statistics as well as some items unlocked. I believe I don't get anything, so it doesn't really matter for me. I would have probably gotten a chest anyway, because I just leveled up to level 11 or something. Anyway, here's the statistic. You can see that it was pretty damn one-sided, with each of us dying once, aside from me dying twice. I was the second lowest level in the team. Outworld Devourer was the highest level because of most kills anyway. They had a lot of deaths, especially the ones that laned with me and the Bristleback had 11 deaths each and 1 kill each, so they were really unlucky. But yeah, I believe Crystal Maiden and Timbersaw more or less knew what they were doing. I mean, Crystal Maiden went with 2 Null Talismans, a Staff of Wizardry and a Sage Mask. Don't know what was she trying to build, but that was that. Other than that, it was pretty damn one-sided. My mistakes were to underestimate the team after we were leading 6-0 in kills. I was really underestimating them, and I was like, yeah, that's one-sided, I think we're going to win. I should never be doing that, actually. Never underestimate your opponent. I've seen matches that were on the verge of collapse really quickly, and then there was a staggering... I don't know even how to... You know, basically just transited from one side to the other. It was a game of throws, as someone I know refers to call it. I think most people playing Dota call it a game of throws. Not that there was a divine rapier here in the hands of anyone. If Bristleback had it, I don't think that would be too much of an issue, because Bristleback is fucking invulnerable most of the time. But yeah, any statistic was with us. I underestimated the other team, the Radiant team, and that made me wonder if I was clever enough to do that. I think I shouldn't have. Despite the fact that we were out-leveled, we were out-farmed, we were having a lot of... I mean, not out-leveled, out-farmed. They were out-leveled and they were out-farmed by us. We were really killing them, slaughtering them even. We, statistically, we were winning on every point of view, from every point of view, except for a middle tower that fell, but they couldn't do anything to us, sadly, so it was really one-sided. And I underestimated the players. You can see that I was complete garbage at last hitting and denying. That is because the Treant Protector's weakness, his slow attack animation. He has a really slow attack animation. At first I was trying to deny, then we got a couple of kills, and again, by underestimating the players, I just stopped denying at that point. I was like, no, let's stop it. The laning phase of this match really ended quite fast, so... yeah, silly of me, I played a good match, good enough. I could have used my abilities better, I guess, but I was quite happy with myself. But do not ridiculize the enemy team ever. Do not underestimate the enemy team ever, because you never know what can happen. They can just flip the table. Flip the table? Flip the side to their favor, I guess. That would be more accurate to say in any moment. But in this case it just didn't happen. We just got too many kills early on. We got a lane early on. And we had heroes that were quite overpowered in some cases, but so is Riki in their team, really, and Weaver too. Weaver being also one of those indestructible heroes with the right items, like Lincoln Sphere. But at any rate, thanks everybody for watching this Dota match analysis. I will be posting more of this in the future for sure. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen, don't worry about it. So thanks everybody for watching, and until next time, be well. Bye!
This was the Lauron Gaming Show. Thanks for watching.